Let's get you a Times Now exclusive news break. Over the last few days, your channel has been at the forefront of piecing together everything that the Delhi police has found so far in their investigation as far as this man on your screen, Aaftab Poonawalla, is concerned. He is diabolical, to say the least. The key to solving the macabre Shraddha murder mystery, viewers, will be to decode the diabolical man, the mind of this monster. Times Now will piece together the psychological profile of Aftab through his confessions, food bills, online activities. Sources in the Delhi police have revealed chilling details of how Aftab not just chopped off body parts of Shraddha, but possibly got gratification in its grisly details. Here are some details of how he acted after the murder. And I am advising viewer discretion because what I'm about to read and show you is bone-chilling. Look at this. He spoke to her severed head for hours. Now the top sources in Delhi police are telling us that after beheading Shraddha, keeping her head in the fridge, he would open the door and speak to the severed head. He ate ice cream from fridge with her body parts inside it. The 35 parts that he had cut Shraddha's body into was stored in the fridge, and with it were cold drinks and ice creams. Murder inspired by TV show Dexter. But it is not just Dexter, because this monstrosity is unparalleled. He smoked and drank while chopping the body, even ordered food. Can you believe it? You have a dead body with you, lying right beside you, and you're ordering food from an online app. Hid the body in cupboard and did what? Called a girl, hosted another girl after murdering Shraddha, after chopping her into 35 pieces. In fact, in his interrogation, he has allegedly admitted that he was in relationship with 20 other girls. Times Now has also been hot on the evidence trail to bring to you a glimpse of his psyche. Sources in the police say he was ordering food when he got hungry from chopping up Shraddha's body. Times Now has accessed the food bills where it appears that he was feasting on elaichi chai, burgers and chicken. Times Now has also accessed his fridge bill, the refrigerator that he bought to store Shraddha's body, which he bought from Shraddha's money, ironically, to store her body parts. Times Now also got you the visuals of the vacuum cleaner Aftab reportedly used to clean up the bloodstains because he was chopping Shraddha's body. Let's look at how he covered up. This was not just brain of a monster, but there was meticulous planning to not leave a trail. In his bid to hide the identity of Shraddha, he burnt her face after beheading Shraddha, chopping her body, burned the face, chopped off her head, chopped off her hands, chopped off the fingers, so that even if the body parts are found somehow, they cannot be identified, to make the identification difficult, and disposed body parts at different places, which are now being recovered slowly by the Delhi police. In his bid to destroy evidence, he used bleach to remove bloodstains. Also saw YouTube videos how to mince internal organs, destroyed them completely. Formaldehyde was used. He threw her clothes in a garbage van. All this, dumped the knife in forest. And while we are speaking, look at the anger and outrage on the ground. People now marching, demanding justice for Shraddha. This is first pictures now playing out from Mehrauli in the national capital. People with posters and candles in their hands out on the roads demanding justice for Shraddha. Let's go straight away to Rishabh, my colleague, who's there. Yes, Rishabh.
So, Pranesh, yes, we are here in Chhatarpur area, and you can see behind me people have started gathering. The sloganeering that has just begun demands capital punishment for Aaftab Poonawala. Remember, this is a similar sloganeering that we heard in the Saket court today, where lawyers were sloganeering. And here in Chhatarpur, people have started gathering, and there's the scandal march that is being organized. And the organizers are here. You can see the posters here. Shraddha ke hatyaron ko फांसी दो, save my dignity, I am a Hindu daughter, stop killing Hindus. These are the banners that the candle march is taking forward with them. The candle march will begin from here, and there are multiple such candle marches that have been organized in different parts of Delhi today. So this is one of those many candle marches that will take place today. You can see people with candles, people with banners, and all ready to set.
Hear from the people. Why don't you speak to them? Why are they today on the roads demanding justice?
Let me get in and try and speak to a few of them. If I'll just get in and speak to people. Sir, आप यहाँ क्यों आए?
श्रद्धा के जो कातिल है उसको सजा होनी चाहिए। तो कानून कोई कठोर कानून बनाया है देश में कि ऐसा निर्मम हत्या करके भी वो बंदा आजाद हो रहा था 6 महीने तक, उसके लिए कोई एक्शन नहीं हुआ। अब ऐसी सजा दी जाए, उसे ऐसा कठोर कानून बनाया जाए कि बंदा ऐसा कृत्य करने से पहले डरे।
सर, आज कोर्ट में उसे 5 दिन की और रिमांड दे दी गई है और पुलिस भी इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रही है। इस पे क्या कहेंगे आप?
पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, लेकिन वो बंदा हंस रहा है ऐसा कार्य करने के बाद भी।
तो आपकी क्या मांग है?
हमारी मांग है उसको फास्ट कोर्ट ट्रैक किया जाए, जिससे उसे जल्द से जल्द सजा हो।
ओके, लेट्स टॉक टू फ्यू मोर पीपल हु आर हियर। सर, आप यहाँ कैंडल मार्च में आए हैं, क्या मांगे हैं आपकी?
हमारी सीधी सी सिंपली सी मांग है कि जिस इंसान ने ये कृत्य किया है उसको सिर्फ और सिर्फ फांसी की सजा होनी चाहिए और कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये जितना डिले कर रहे हैं वो तो उतना आराम से अपनी जिंदगी बिता रहा है जैसे कि उसने कुछ किया ही नहीं है। वो तो ऐसे सोया जेल में जैसे कि उसने ये काम किया ही नहीं है। उससे पूछा जाता है तो उसकी चेहरे पे एक स्माइल रहती है। किस लिए? ये क्या एक संदेश देना चाहते हैं हमें? ये इस तरीके के कर्म कर करके हम लोगों को दबाते जा रहे हैं, जो कि गलत है। हम चाहते हैं कि इसका सिर्फ और
Mayank is also joining us from one such candle march protest. Yes, Mayank.
Well, Pranesh, here in Vasant Kunj, a candle march is going on. Here some youth and also some ladies are here. Madam, आप बताइए, इतना बड़ा अपराध है, कितने निर्मम तरीके से हत्या की गई, क्या क्रोध है आप लोग में, क्या बता रहे हैं?
हम तो यही कहेंगे कि इस तरह के जो समाज में इस तरह की बर्बरता हुई है उसके फांसी मिलनी चाहिए आफ्ताब को जरूर। और ये एक लड़कियों के लिए भी सबक है कि वो आगे से भविष्य में इस चीज का ध्यान रखें, लेकिन वो रखती नहीं है। तो इसीलिए ऐसी हत्या करने वाले को हर हाल में फांसी मिलनी चाहिए ताकि वो समाज में एक उदाहरण के रूप में प्रस्तुत हो।
सर, आप क्या कहेंगे? इतनी निर्मम हत्या हुई है दिल्ली में, पूरे देश में आक्रोश है।
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल पूरे देश में आक्रोश है। हमारे दिल्ली के अंदर भी सभी जगह पे ये आक्रोश यात्रा निकाली जा रही है। इतनी निर्मम हत्या जो की हुई है, 35 टुकड़े किए हुए हैं उनके।
आप लोग सब फांसी की डिमांड कर रहे हैं?
फांसी की
डिमांड कर रहे हैं हम लोग।
पुलिस ने पकड़ लिया है उसको, आफ्ताब को, अभी उसको पुलिस कस्टडी में रखा है। पुलिस से कितनी उम्मीदें हैं आपको?
पुलिस से हमें अपनी पुलिस से बहुत उम्मीद है कि उसको पकड़ कर पूरी फांसी, ऐसे मौके पे उसको गोली मार देनी चाहिए चौराहे पे खड़ा करके। ऐसे
I can understand the anger that is now coming through. Mayank, Rishabh, stay with us. We'll keep coming back to you. But Times Now has also spoken to friends of Shraddha. This is what they have said.
She only mentioned that he used to hit her very badly. That's the thing, she only mentioned it. And that was before 1 year. It's been now 1.5 years. 1 year before this happened. So after that we were not in contact at all. all.
So Shivani, you are saying 1 year before, 1.5 years before you met her, and from that time he was hitting her. So see how badly.
That there was no reason actually. Like she mentioned that from small things also they used to fight and all. So she didn't mention the proper reason. I didn't ask her. I only told her that if this is the problem, this is the case, you should leave him. Because he wasn't that close to me later on. When she met me after 2 years. And then I couldn't force her to do anything because that was the first meeting after 2 years. So I can't tell her proper ekdam haq se ki do this, do that. I only suggested her that this is not fair. I think you should leave him. And she was like, okay, I'll think about it. I'm thinking about it that I'm gonna leave him, but then he loves me and he always gives me, I'll do suicide and all. He always blackmails me. So I think he'll do that. So I can't leave him.
Okay, blackmailing also. He used to blackmail also.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me,
that was the reason she was not leaving him.
Let's open this up. Abha Singh, lawyer and activist, T.R. Kakkar, former police commissioner. Good evening to both of you. T.R. Kakkar, sir, let me begin by asking you, if you were the police commissioner right now, what would your brief be to the investigating team?
I think all of us have been trained in the same school, and all of us have a set pattern of instructions to be given depending upon each case. Now, what the present police commissioner and his deputies are doing, they are doing their best. In this case, there is no primary evidence is not available. Secondary evidence is hardly available. What we have is the circumstantial evidence to connect the dots. Now, for that, every effort is being made. The blood stains have been found in the fridge, in the house. Now I am told some body parts have also been found from the house, and other 13 to 14 parts have been found from the jungle. Now, it has to be a very scientific investigation. It will depend on the forensic science and the autopsy of these bones, etc., etc. Now the narcotic test has also been approved by the court. Now narcotic, whatever we find from that test is not primarily is not a primary evidence in the court, but you see the questions are framed in such a fashion to take out what he's been hiding so far.
Right.
So in the process, it's a very time-consuming day, and in the process, he's bound to give us some clues to the remaining things that we want to have. But whatever today we have, if it is the DNA sampling, etc., is that matches with the parents, and the bones are that of the deceased girl, and
but do we have enough? That's the question. Abha Singh, if you were the public prosecutor, do you have enough to ensure that Aftab does not walk out free?
It's going to be a very tough task because number one, the object of crime, the knife or the cleaver, has not been found. The head, to identify that it is Shraddha's body, or the DNA, let's see the forensic, that is yet not identified. The blood-stained clothes of Shraddha, what she was wearing when she was killed, has not been found till now. Her mobile, which could have been a very solid proof evidence, has not been found. So let me tell you, it's not going to be a very easy case. You remember Ayushi murder case where the CBI requested for closure because it could not find out who killed Ayushi. Even in Sheena Bora case, because the body was exhumed, it was burnt, and forensics have not been able to give clear evidence, and police has not been able to collate the case properly. So even today it has not been reached this logical conclusion. If you remember the Chawla rape case, the Supreme Court came down heavily on Delhi police. It clearly said that you collected evidences, but you could not prove them that they were connected to the crime. So now if you see here, there has not been lack of coordination. There has been lack of coordination between Delhi police and Mumbai police. If Mumbai police was calling him for investigation, why did they not tell Delhi police keep a watch on him? Only after a month they tell Delhi police. By the time he's destroyed the blood-stained clothes, he has destroyed the mobile or thrown it somewhere. So I feel as a public prosecutor, as you say, it would not be an easy task to get him.
So while Shraddha's father is hopeful of justice, he says nothing less than death. He says the police have a strong case, but it will all come down to evidence. And you have people on the streets demanding justice for Shraddha, but do the police have strong evidence? Rishabh, that's the question. Try and speak to people about this. ओके मयंक, अगर आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है, आप लोगों के बीच में हैं, उनसे बात कीजिए.
Pranesh, let me talk to people. So let's talk to this gentleman here. Sir, आप यहाँ पे आए हैं, क्या रीजन है?
देखिए, अभी आप देख रहे होंगे श्रद्धा नाम की एक लड़की का मर्डर कर दिया गया है, जिसको 35 टुकड़ों में काटा गया है. तो पूरा एरिया, पूरे लोगों में जन आक्रोश है कि इस तरह की चीजें आगे ना हो, ठीक है. और जो इस तरह का जघन्य अपराध जिसने किया है उसको फांसी होनी चाहिए, ये हमारी मांग है. और आप देखेंगे तो आदमी दिन में नहीं जा सकता उसमें, जिस जगह उसने रात में जाके वो टुकड़े डाले हैं, जहां पर उसने टुकड़े डाले हैं श्रद्धा के, तो ऐसी किसी बहन के साथ आगे से ना हो, ठीक है. उसकी फांसी के लिए हम लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, उसकी फांसी के लिए हम लोग मांग कर रहे हैं. और ये जनाक्रोश बढ़ता जा रहा है. आप देखेंगे पूरे इलाके में जो है सब लोग जो है बहुत दुखी हैं, बहुत पीड़ित हैं, और रोज कोई ना कोई नया एक कांड हो रहा है, ठीक है. इसके लिए हम लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं.
So you heard it here, Pranesh. Let's talk to a few more people. Let's talk to a few young people here who are in the protest. आप यहाँ प्रोटेस्ट में आए हैं, क्या मांगे आपकी?
फांसी दो उसको.
क्या आपने पूरी कहानी सुनी है कि क्या हुआ है?
मर्डर किया था उसका.
People say hang Aaftab, but where is the evidence? That's the question. Dr. Dinesh Rao, forensics expert, someone who will now tell us how is this case standing at the moment. Dr. Rao.
Yeah, definitely. See, now in the secondary crime scene and the
I think we've lost that line.
Even the material evidences and even to certain extent even the trace evidences and biological evidences has been retrieved from the primary and the secondary crime scene. And the primary crime scene, as we pointed out, some blood stains, so that was the biological evidence which has been retrieved, apart from the technical evidences, that is a laptop and the mobile phone which has been retrieved. But whereas in the secondary crime scene, there are some tissue bits or bony parts which has been recovered. Definitely the tissues can never be found over 5 to 6 months because it either decimated or decomposed or might be eaten away from animals up there. But definitely the bones will be found, wherein the DNA will help in the identification of the victim. And beside this, the more important thing is, at the time of the incident, he had some injury on his hand. That is a very good evidence because that gives the time of the actual crime. And above all this, the nature, it may be a defensive or an offensive wound, that depends on the pattern and the distribution where it has been distributed. I am not aware of
the police have 5 more days. They've got custody of Aftab. Let's see how this unfolds. I thank all of you, Dr. Rao, Abha Singh, T.R. Kakkar, for joining us on this big story and the biggest coverage of the Shraddha murder probe.